I'm just saying, sir. So here's what I want you to do. Just
King in
look
the
at him
city.
with that, I love you, babe. Look at that. Look at that. That's kind of nice with the head tilt, right? She's got the hair and the great big smile she's got going on here. I got to tell you, it's like looking in a mirror. It is like look at doppelganger. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I don't like right. And so here's what I want
everything.
you to do. I just sign your first name right underneath there. So here we go. So we have Cherie. Now she hasn't thought about you yet. So we are going to have you just hold your hand palm up for me if you don't mind. That's ideal. And I want you. And you'll notice that I'm taking just one over here. So that's kind of important, right? Just put your thumb on top there and just look at him with that look that says, "I love you, babe." That's nice. That's not. I'm feeling the heat. Is it just me, sir? Or is
Oh, no, it's there.
right now, did you feel anything happen over here?
No.
You didn't.
No.
That's curious. I'll tell you why I asked. Because oh, look at that.
Oh, nice.
You get to keep that over there.
Aw.
It's a little bit like magic. That's kind of fun.
That's pretty magical.
So I have a buddy, a mentor, Dennis. He's a gentleman. He's a little older than I, and he's just wonderful. And he teaches me magic. He teaches me one thing at a time. He says, "Mark, if you learn it to my satisfaction, I'll teach you something else." And Dennis is, as I say, he's a little older. He's not into this whole interweb thing that you kids are into. So he sent me a postcard. I think this is his sense of humor, a postcard over here. Yeah, he addressed it over here, and he put the directions to what I'm learning over here. But we're having fun. I thought I would show this to you guys. Do you mind, even though I haven't perfected this? Is that okay?
I'd love to see it.
You don't mind?
Sure.
Oh, good. Let's have a little bit of fun. I'm going to follow Dennis's directions to the letter, but at any point,
Stop.
I'm sorry, this one, they all look the same to me, so I want to make sure I get, you want this one here? Okay, I'm going to ask you to take the pen. You will uncap that because it'll work 9 times better that way. That's a statistic, sir. And I just want you to write your name in great big letters on the face of the card. Okay, I'm going to hold it so you get nice and firm. Great big letters, spelling counts. You have to tell them, sir. Okay, so we have Cherie. Look at that. Now, I want to tell you what I've noticed. You'll notice that it goes on an up tilt like this, okay? So this is an upbeat person, okay? You'll notice that the letters are connected until she gets to the middle, and then they stop being connected. Family is very important to you, but you've had to break away. There's a sense of independence that you've had to exercise. Does that resonate with you on some level? Perfect. So there's not another card. And you'll notice, by the way, it's not dead center. It's a little further over to the left. There's a little extra space here. That's the just in case space. Are you the person who brings like just one more thing, just in case you pack just a little extra?
Yeah.
Okay, so we got that, right? So Dennis says, good. We have a card indicated. Then he says we have to make chaos. Now, look, how do we do that? Well, have you ever dropped the cards on the floor? It takes you forever to straighten them out, right? Bob, we're going to do this intentionally. Give these a little shuffle like this, and you'll see, no kidding, these really are being mixed face up into face down. Is that a fair comment?
Indeed.
Right? Why do I say it? Well, some of these are face up, some of these are face down, right? Some of these are face to face, some of these are back to back. Should we do me a favor? Take just the top card. We have to turn it over and say, "Do as I want you to do."
Do as I want you to do.
Did that sound familiar, sir? I'm just asking. I'm not judging. So here's the thing. We just saw the cards mixed, face up and face down. No kidding, right? And if I followed all his directions, notice a power she didn't even know she had, sir. All the cards have straightened out. But that's not the strangest part. Every card except, what, do you happen to remember her card, sir?
Kind of.
You'll recognize it because it's got her writing on it.
Oh, my God.
It is the only card that has turned over.
Wow.
Right? And I think, if we're going to be honest, I think that deserves a small but sincere round of applause on Dennis's behalf. Am I right?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is fun. And where is the? Oh, here's the pen. So here's the thing that I don't understand, and maybe you guys can explain this to me. Dennis said, find the right person. We did. He said, have a card selected. We did. Have a card signed. We did. We shuffled the cards, mixed them up and face down. We did. Have her turn it over. We did. I should have kept his directions out here. I apologize. I showed you I had his directions before, right? So the one thing I don't understand in Dennis's directions, and I wish I could explain this, is how on this side, Dennis got your name.
Whoa.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Let me tell you really what my intent is in coming up tonight. I have the opportunity, and I never know who I'm going to meet when I come up to the table, right? You had no idea that you were going to meet me this afternoon. coming out is such a wonderful opportunity, not just to connect with one another. You connect with people. We find we have more similarities than differences, which are kind of fun. I'm going to get to learn just a little bit about you, if that's okay. I know that you're a musician. What do you do for a living?
I'm a dancer, burlesque dancer.
A burlesque dancer. Okay, so you're familiar with being up in front of a crowd. You're being familiar with being in your zone, the rehearsal that goes into, the hours that go into before the minutes that you're up there, right? So there's a certain level of dedication to you. You like to read, but you don't get to read as much as you used to. Is that a fair comment? So I'd love to try something with you. I want you to imagine that there's Cherie's bookstore.
Okay.
Okay, it's right down the block over here. You're going to go to Cherie's bookstore. It's right next to Bob's Pleasure Emporium. Get your mind out of here. So, Cherie, you're going to go to Cherie's bookstore, and I want you to imagine that you're going to go in. Imagine that you go in the front, and of course they have the Cherie's discount bin in the front over there, and then you go up the Cherie aisle. You come down the Cherie aisle. In the back, you have Cherie's favorites. I want you to imagine that you're going to collect, let's say, 2 or 3 favorite novels of yours. I'm going to let you write anything that you want on here, okay? Absolutely anything that you want. You'll close this shut and then cap the pen and just leave it right like that.
Yeah.
Sound good? That is for you. Cherie, have you picked out 2 or 3 novels in your mind?
Okay.
You have one? Open to any page in that novel. Scroll down, find any word on that page. Now, take your time because I want it to be your choice.
Okay.
Good? Now, Bob, you'll notice that we can't see through here. That's kind of important. Whatever that word is, just print it nice and neatly over here and then just put it so we cannot see it. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Just yes or no. Do you have any sense of what novel she might have picked in her mind in Cherie's bookstore?
No.
No way of knowing, right?
no.
So you don't know, I don't know. No. Have you done that, and have you put that face down over here, Cherie? So you've committed to something also. The act of writing something means that we're making a commitment to that, and that's really part of what we're doing over here tonight. So, Bob, I asked you to write it down, and I appreciate that.
Welcome.
Doesn't even matter. If you had seen it, I mean, not that you would tell me, of course. But here's the point. We're gonna tear this up. Would you open up the envelope of doom?
Oh, Doom. I didn't know it was Doom.
Good. Let me get to learn a little bit about you. There was an injury that you sustained as a kid.
Yeah.
What was it?
Brother was just riding his bike, bam, right in the face.
Right?
Yeah, no.
The family thought it was more worrisome than you. You knew you were going to be okay.
I think so.
Yeah? Okay.
Yeah.
So here's what I think. I think that you do like to be an outdoorsy guy, but there's a sense of being a musician that is very much internal, inside. There are certain creature comforts that we enjoy. Is that a fair comment?
Yeah.
I think you want me to know. I think he wants me to know a favorite food. Is that a favorite food that you want me to know? Something that you can't live without. I'm getting, and I'm getting. This is so. I'm getting donuts. Is it donuts?
You didn't look at how'd you know? That's what I wrote. How'd you know? Yes,
So-
I love them. I love
Do you really?
Yeah, who wouldn't? But yeah, I
Well,
love
sure,
'em.
sure.
Yeah, I love them too much.
You, my dear, why is water significant to you? There's something with water that's significant. What is it?
I grew up near the water.
Yeah, okay. And you either have a sister or a sister-like figure that you associate with that time in your life? Is that, yeah? Okay. I get the sense that you do like to read fun novels, but you're not going to shy away from some of the intellectual thrillers. But I'm struggling to get a sense of what type of genre that you would read. And wait, you said you live by the water.
I used to.
I can't explain. Do you have your phone?
Not
If you had your phone here, what I would do. I can't believe this. I would literally have you take out your phone right now, and I would send you a message that I have on my phone here. And no kidding, only so you know that I'm not doing any monkey business over here. Before I start in an evening over here, I never know who I'm going to have the pleasure of meeting. So I made a message on my phone. You guys ever do that? You make just little audio messages for yourself?
Oh, yeah.
This is the message that I would send to you if I had it. Now, you can see that was recorded at 6:24 today. Can you see that, 6:24? And I would have sent that to you, and you'd be able to open this on your phone. And I'm hoping that you can hear this. And this is the only message I have on my phone, right? So I want you to hear this.
I don't know why, but I'm sure that tonight somebody is going to be thinking of road.
Road. Does that have any significance to you at all? Mm-hmm. Why?
That's what I wrote on the
Is that what you wrote on the card? Yes? I got to say, you guys have been absolutely outstanding. I want to thank you so very much
Thank
for your
you.
kind attention. My name is Mark. If you had fun, please tell your friends, tell your family, tell your neighbors, tell the dog. I don't care who you talk
will.
to. Sure, that's none of my business. But I can finally delete this off of my phone now that I know who it was meant for. And you know what? If you guys are still here in a couple of minutes or after dinner, with your permission, I'd love to come back and maybe have a little bit more fun with you. Is that okay?
Oh, of
Okay.
course.
Yeah, sure.
Anytime.
Thank you.
Thank you.
you.
Who's that?